Hello, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm coming to you on this evening. Some of you, it may be morning, and then some of you may be in noonday. And I want to come to you, first of all, thanking you. The Calling All Empath Conference of 2020 was a hit. It was a success. And I must thank all of the women. And we even had a young man to come. Thank you so much, Prophet John, for joining us, because most of the conference was women. And thank you for feeling so comfortable around us that we just had an awesome time. It was a time of healing. It was a time of understanding. It was a time of exposure. It was a time of revelatory knowledge. We got information that came out of us that we didn't even know that was in us. These women were helpers of one another. They were destiny helpers. So all of you, I want to say to you, thank you. We are looking at, please keep sending the name that we was telling you about for this group of women. I'm getting ready to do a conference on inner healing, and I want you to be ready for that. It'll be quite intensive, but it was intensive healing, and what we're going after is your wholeness. So thank you once again for those of you who attend the conference, and I want you to look at the next couple of months for the Inner Healing Conference. Is going to be mind-boggling, and this is where you will confront the deepest part of you that you've hidden from for so many years, and we're going to wake that up. We're going to allow the real authentic you that is hidden in the back closet to come forth, and you're going to come forth very, very powerfully, and you're going to see how powerful you really are, because you are simply amazing, and we want you to see how amazing you are. And it is amazing to me how a lot of times we get locked into a place, and when we get locked into this place, we don't see ourselves. We don't see ourselves for who we are, and we are spectabulous. We are spectabulous, not spectacular. We are beyond spectaculars. We are spectabulous. And I'm telling you, women, thank you so much. Okay, let's go in. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Take a minute, subscribe to my YouTube channel, push that bell. Every time I come on, you will be alerted that I am doing a new video, or have I done a new video. So I want to thank you and appreciate you and admonish you to keep looking at these videos, watching these videos. They are healing to you. They are music to your soul and music to your heart. And the other videos that you're watching that are helping you, keep listening, keep listening. Don't stop. And I also want to stop really acknowledge my special guest, which is my spiritual daughter, Dr. Carmen Bryan. Amazing young woman, and she was so much help in the conference, and she was an aid. She was medicine with the words that came out of her mouth, and we so appreciate her, don't we? Thank you so much. So listen up for the Inner Healing Conference. I will let you know more about it, and the flyer will come out, and our team will be notified. Those of you who came through PayPal, left your information. If you did not leave the information through PayPal, give us a way of contacting you, and we will make sure that you get the information first. You will always get the information first. You will get it first, and then we will put out the flyer, so you will get it in advance. And any kind of new things that we're doing, new product, new material that we're doing, this group of women, I want you to know that you will be first in line for the contribution, the assistance, and the support that you have given me. And I want you to know I am totally appreciative. So those of you who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, like I said before, please take time to subscribe, push that bell, and every time I come on and put out a new information, you will get that information. You will never be left behind. I want to talk to you now because many of you have said, you know, I feel like I'm being spied upon. I feel like I'm being surveillance all the time. I put down information. How does he know? There's nothing that I do that he doesn't know. And it really, many of you say it's causing me to be afraid. I'm afraid because I have no secrecy. I am totally naked and exposed before the narcissist. Well, there's no need to be afraid. The narcissist is technologically astute and know what he have in his hands. He know what he have access to. And these are used as arsenal against your mind, against your confidence, and against your will. Anytime anyone try to tie you up from your freedom of choice, your liberation, which God gave you the right to choose, and that is taken away from you, that diplomacy has went out the window, and you are now under dictatorship. When you don't have a free will as an adult, you live in fear. You always have to get approval in movement. You're scared to do anything extra. You're scared to advance. You're afraid to buy anything. You're afraid of retaliation. Some of it's not always physical abuse. Some of it is verbal abuse. And then they turn people against you. You notice the power of persuasion with the narcissist, and you are just afraid, even to the point the narcissist has captured your family in this power of persuasion and turned that family against you. And you feel that you're locked in a cage. You sweat all the time. You feel like you need to run all the time. You feel apprehensive all the time, intimidated all the time. As soon as the car pulled up, you can feel your heart rate increasing. You got sweaty hands. Sweats are coming out of you, and I mean you're just pulsating with fear, and you don't know whether to go to the bedroom or be in the living room to greet him, because you're afraid to greet him when he's done had a bad day, she done had a bad day. And then if you go in the bedroom, they feel like there's something to hide. You got to always have something that they smell when they come in the house. Dinner has to be ready. The kids have to be quiet. So you lecture the kids all day, and you keep them from being a kid. The kids are trapped in a kid's body, but they can't be a kid, because when dad come home, dad wants quiet. And dad on Monday, he eats this. On Tuesday, he eats this, and he have a regiment. It's almost like being in the military. This is when people are compulsive. They are over controlling. They control everything. He wants on you to smell like this at a certain day, a certain time, and then he tells you at the midday, I want you to go shower, so when I come home, I smell like you smell like this. And some days he may not even touch you, but you make sure you smell like this, and he'll call you, I want you to have on the red dress, then come home and silence you. He ghosts you. He don't say anything, but you have to be in that red dress. I want you to dress the kids like this. I may take you out to dinner, and I want you to be ready. You got all the kids ready, and you didn't cook dinner, and then you're ready to take the kids out. He said, well, I changed my mind. You should give way for dinner to be ready, because I changed my mind. You know how I am. And then he start in the negativity. He start in the devaluation. He start in the rejection. And so your mind is going through all of this because you don't know whether to cook dinner, because the time that he came and you got scolded for not cooking dinner, now you cook dinner. He said, well, you're wasting money, because I told you that I was going to take you out. You said, yeah, but honey, the last time you told me you was going to take me out, you didn't. And so I didn't cook, and you told me I should. He said, you know what? You're always putting words in my mouth. That's word salad. And when they do word salad or gaslight and make you think that it's something they didn't say, when you are totally aware, totally cognizant that they did say this. So you never get anything right. You never, because whatever you do, he's going to say, she's going to say the opposite of it. You notice that when you go out, they know exactly where you went. This time, you went into that store. I saw the pink shirt that you get. I told you that I'm psychic, and you don't believe me. No, they're not psychic. They have you being watched, and sometimes they have your phone tapped. They may even have the phone, because there's devices you put under the car. You just put it under the car. It taps the car. He know who you talk to on the phone, and you forgot that you had a plan, but he comes and say, let me get us a plan. I can get us a cheaper plan, and I want to buy the phone. What phone do you want? want. Okay, I'll buy that phone. He buys the phone. He buys the plan. He said, no problem. I got the bill. This is on me, baby. You just work and do what you got to do. And he seemed perfectly fine with that. But now he knows everything you're doing, every place you go, when you talk. It's like a recording system. And he has your phone tapped. And everything you do, the information goes to him. He knows about your bank statement. He knows when you made a deposit in the bank. And you notice that you start lining, you start being suspicious. So you do like him. You start lining your things up in your drawer in a special way, in your closet. So now you don't just put things down haphazardly. You line things up to tell that they've been moved. And guess what? They've been moved. And the narcissist that is real stringent like that usually know when you're trying to clock them, because remember, they get up at the same time, they eat the same thing, they make love the same way, and if they do something different, it's still without emotion. No matter what they do, they drink the same thing, they have the same cologne, they take you to the same restaurant, because their mind is so oppressed until they have to have a regimen. And usually their father is like this. When you got a doctor, lawyer, or some kind of occupation that calls real stringency, and they have to be real stringent rather in that occupation, they come in and their whole life is a schedule from the time they rise up to the time they go to sleep. Everything is on schedule. And even when they do leisure and they relax, this alarm goes, okay, it's time to go to sleep because I have to get up at this. They do all of their projects that's required from the work. They have their children at a certain time. They have you at a certain time. They cut off your phone calls at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, none of your friends call. You have to tell your family, do not call my house. After 9 o'clock, I'll call you. And your mom may slip and call you. Then there's hell to pay in your house, because nobody break this regimen. The narcissist is in total control. And when you don't have a narcissist that is in regimen like that, they're in total control, then they want you, what you wear, it must be approved by them. How you wear makeup, you probably wore makeup. Now they don't want you to wear makeup. Why? Because makeup makes you seem like you're more alluring. It make you more appealing. The narcissists do not want you to be more appealing. And so you find yourself having to take care of yourself, really look after your skin, really look after your hair, where the narcissist don't want you to go to beauty shop on this particular day. And then he don't like that hairstyle. I want you to get braids. No, I don't want you to get braids. I want you to be a red hair. No, I don't want you to be a red hair. I want you to be a blonde. No, I don't want you. I want you not to wear that lipstick. I don't want you to wear those shoes. I don't want you to wear these clothes. These clothes was what I want you to wear. And they buy clothes that make you look like you're a 60-year-old woman. You're 27 years old. And you'll find that your energy is going down and down and down. And they're draining you. They're draining you so they can position you and structure you the way they feel comfortable with you. Because as long as you got energy, they feel uncomfortable that one day you will leave, because they know that they're not doing right. They know that they're mistreating you. They know that torture and the structure. And remember, through the other videos, through training, they teach you how to handle the trauma, how to handle the pain, and stay there through trauma bonding. Trauma bonding bonds you to the trauma. So it bonds you to the narcissist that caused the trauma. Then after a while, if you don't watch it, you will start creating situations when the narcissist is not traumatizing you, just to make sure that you get into sync with the way things are. And so now you are instigating things, and the trauma comes, and you say, okay, yeah, this is it. I recognize this. Or when he trauma bonds you, there is absolute resistance on the inside of you, because we as humans, we don't want bondage. We long for freedom. That's why sometimes, like in slavery days, they would die rather than to be captured or be in bondage. So they died because the master would not have anybody that he couldn't control. And this made a difference with all those who watched on. So as the narcissists deal with you, the children are looking at the narcissist, and they're bringing themselves in line. Because the whole entire house is catered by fear, is maneuvered by fear. The regimen is intimidation and obsession with fear. And the narcissist is releasing all of their insecurities. They're releasing all of their fears, and they're transposing these fears on you. And if you notice, it almost feel like you got a mind break without going insane. It's like your mind is so occupied and you find that it's crowded with thoughts. You're thinking all of these things. And then sometimes you have a panic attack right there in the house. And when you have a panic attack because of fear, the narcissists have you so oppressed. And usually when the oppression increases, he has to isolate you because he don't want nobody, especially the covert narcissist. The overt, he don't care. He just loud and boisterous, and we're going to deal with that. How do you deal with public embarrassment, public humiliation? Well, the covert is not going to do that. You got a covert that operates in the house like a drill sergeant. Then you got the liberated covert that everybody is liberal and he gives freedom to everybody, but he don't give freedom to his house. And you're looking at him saying, who is that guy? That's not the guy that I go home with. That's not the girl that I go home with. And then they control everything. While they're at the party, he drinks, or while he's at church, he's watching you. He's talking to people and he's watching who you talk to. You talk to 3 women and 2 men. Why did you talk to 2 men when you had all those women? And you trying to say, I didn't talk to them. They came up to me and I just spoke. He said, oh yeah, I saw you flirting. After the preacher has ministered, you were flirting. And all these men did was walked up and say, you know, a good sermon, where's your husband? He's gone, oh, okay. And they go on and he accused you of this long conversation. This narcissist is intrusive and invasive. He invades your privacy. He goes through your mail and try to put the mail like it is. He goes through your drawers. He knows what color everything is. So when he sees something different, he's okay. You are there spending money that we don't have, or you spent money because we do have it, but you didn't ask for it. And now you are going in the council. Now you're stealing money from me. And then when you make money, oh, you didn't tell me that you made this deposit. And you like, how did you know I make a deposit? Because you told him you get paid 5 days after you get paid, so he won't track you, but he know exactly now how many days you get paid. He knows exactly when you go to the bank. He knows what food you ate before you came home, because your stomach, you said, I just can't eat in peace, so you grab something before you come. He said, why are you going to cook? You've already eaten, and you left me and the children starving, and you wondering how this narcissist get this much information. He got that much information because you are being surveyed, you are being watched, you are being stalked, you are being followed. He following your every move. And then when he don't come home, he tells you, I was at the job, I was working late. Well, I called the office. He said, so what if I don't want to answer the phone? There's always an excuse for him, but there's always an accusation for you. And your whole system is offline. You're nervous. Somebody drops something and you almost jump out of your skin. Even when you go to the job, you're nervous and you're doing your work, but you're looking at your phone. You got your phone on silent so it won't ring, but you got it on vibrate because the narcissist said, you know, I called you at 1. You said, well, you know, I'm at work. He said, I don't care if you working or not. You must be talking to someone, because when I call you, you used to answer my call. He said, now you don't even answer my call. Go to the bathroom, but you're calling me 50 times. You're calling me 100 times. I cannot always answer the phone. I would lose my job. He said, well, you better lose your job, because when I call, you better answer. And when you lose your job, he said, you were just lazy. You had a job and you lost your job. You could have found out another way to talk to me. So it doesn't matter what you do. The narcissist is bent. When you have a hole on the inside, you manifest the whole atmosphere of what your insides are. And so if he got a hole on the inside, it's going to be holes on the outside. So nothing you put in the hole stays in, because the bottom is out. You are in a bottomless relationship. And you have to see how you're going to handle being there. You have to get strategy, how you're going to handle it. What are you going to do when there's no bottom to hold anything? It doesn't matter where it goes. It can go 15 years, 20 years, 35 years, 50 years, 40 years, 60 years. It still has no way to capture what you put in it. And there is a hole at the bottom. So, and it get more magnanimous. There's more drama. And what happened is, When you are under constant accusation, insinuation, devaluation, alludement of things that you are doing that you're not, accusations of how you are and you not, until your whole character has been written through the accusation of the narcissist, and you say that is not me, and then the narcissist fight you to tell you that is you. I know you like a book. I know you like a book. You can't get away from me. And you're like, I'm not trying to get away from you. I love you. The narcissist says, you love me. Then we should merge our bank accounts. If you love me, if you trust me, I don't need to have a bank account and you got a bank account, because that's a trust issue. And when you trust someone, you will never have a separate account. I bring my money home, and then the narcissist may be good in paying bills, but you ain't getting all his money. And he ain't bringing all his money home. Why? Because the 3 days you didn't see him that he was supposed to be mad at you, he had to take care of the triangulation in 3 days. He had to take care of where he stayed, what he did. Oh, come on. All of that in 3 days. And you have no accountability of the money. And then he may have a count here for where he plays. Then he got a count here where he showed you, see, I did this. He got receipts for that, but he didn't show you this account over here. But every dime you have has to be targeted. It has to be notated. And those of you that are dealing with physical violence from an invasive narcissist or an intruding narcissist, then you have to be very, very, very careful, because that beating you get all the time can be quite tremendous. And not only that, you can get hurt or even die from being constantly physically abused. And then you take that because you want to keep the abuse away from the children, because the narcissist just go down the line. So you let all of it be on you, but your body is getting tired. Your body is saying, I can't keep taking this. Your body is saying, I can't keep doing this. I have to do something else. I have to change this. You cannot change a person. You can only change you, and you can change your situation by the thoughts and the decisions you make, but you can never change someone else who don't want to be changed. And you have to remember that the narcissist have no intention of changing, but all of his intent is changing you. The narcissist wants you changed, and the narcissist will tell you, I don't like the way you are, because you are this, you are that. And so what you are saying is, I will never be what you want to be, so I want to leave. All hell breaks loose, because you can't leave. He run and he block the door, or he keep you from being able to go to the door physically. And then when you call, he knows who you call. You're on the phone talking to your mom. He said, you know what? I dare you to tell your mom what's going on. I will fight you in court for those children. And I'm going to win, because I can afford the lawyer that you cannot. And I'm going to tell them how abusive you are. I saw the bottle that you hid. I know you secretly drinking. I took a picture of the bottle, and I'm going to take that to court with me. I got witnesses to say you drink out in public. He's like, what bottle did I hit? The bottle that I found. You know, I don't drink. I do casual drinking. I never drink at the house. Then how did you find a bottle when you know I don't drink like that? No, you drink like that, and you hid it from me, and you have told, and I got your friends to testify that you are a drinker. Anything that will stop you from coming against them, anything that will hold you hostage, this is the invasive intruder. They intrude on everything: your mail, how you dress, the way you wear your hair, who you talk to, where you go, when you go there, when you have a business meeting. He said, I'll take you to the business meeting, and you call me when you get out. You have a vehicle. Most of the time, your vehicle is sitting in the driveway. When you want to go out with your friends, you are not allowed. You are going into isolation, because anytime the narcissist puts you in isolation, that is in a controlling antic. And what he does is, the more he controls, the more isolated you have to become, because that's how the control works. As long as you have liberty to go out and talk and people encourage you, they don't want you to be encouraged. They don't want you to be strengthened. And they know, like, they go out all the things that are out there, and then they don't want you to run into someone that they've been triangulating, like your best friend or the next door neighbor or the people on your job. There are some narcissists that only date people on the job. They're dating all the people on the job. So you and 15 other women knows the narcissist, and the narcissists isolate you, because once you find out and people start talking, I saw the narcissist with this person, and you question them and they get very irate, almost hostile towards you. How dare you? You know that I love you. You know that I won't do it. And then you notice the women start acting really funny on the job toward you. And most of the time, when you speculate it, you usually are right. Most of the time, when you speculate it, you usually are right. So the narcissists take you through all this trauma. This is called intrusion. It is an invasive. When they do invasive procedure, it is a groundbreaking procedure. They're going to break open the invasive maneuvering of surgery. They're breaking into your body with this idea, or with this technique that has not been done before, and it's groundbreaking, it's history making. And so when the narcissists come in your life with invasive control, this intruder hits every area of your life, and you are miserable. You haven't had peace in a while. You haven't slept in a while. You know there's bags under your eyes. You're not eating right. And when you eat, your food don't settle with your stomach. You're taking Tagament and other things to settle your food with your stomach. You taking creams and yogurts and different things to bring settling, because it's like your stomach is on fire all the time. You're going to the bathroom. The food don't stay on your stomach. You always go into the bathroom. What you used to eat, you cannot eat anymore. You notice that you're losing weight, and your stomach look like it's bloating because there's gas in it from all of this cortisol building up from stress and anxiety. And you sleep, and you're tossing in your sleep, and you wake up and you're still tired. It's not like you can get a deep sleep. And when you get a deep sleep, you are almost in trouble, because you can't wake up out of that sleep to go to work. And you're fighting. You have to put on 5 alarms to get up. And if the baby cries, you have to put the monitor right up to your ears at the highest volume. Because when you finally sleep, you're making up for days. You're making up for weeks of sleep. The narcissists know if he wear you out, you will be an easier target. So he wears you out. And he controls the whole house. Your atmosphere is stuffy. Almost feel like you can't breathe. It's like somebody lit smoke and you're trying to dodge a house on fire because of the smoke. That's the way it is with that atmosphere. Your atmosphere is so thick that you can't breathe. And you saying, I can't breathe. That's what you're saying. And you're saying, I need help, but I don't know where to get help. Because the narcissist said, everybody that you bring in this relationship, I'm going to turn them against you. I'm going to tell all my friends about it. And we're going to work until there's nothing left but you. And then I'm going to take the kids. I'm going to hire the best lawyer possible that's going to strip you down to what you are. Nothing. And you look at your kids and you live in fear. The narcissist is free to go, free to do. You need to check cameras in the house, because you can hide a camera anywhere. You can hide, and that would be difficult unless you get a detector where you can detect the metal, because they can hide it anywhere. Their cameras so small they can hide it in a flower and a plant, and you won't see it. They got them on their glasses. They got them in their watches. Because when the narcissists want to be invasive, They will go through any means necessary. What do I do? Strategy. You have to choose. You have to choose. Get some legal advice. Get some legal advice on the situation. And don't say narcissist. If they are not a narcissist specialist and you know they're not a narcissist specialist, don't say the word narcissist. You can use difficult personality, hostile personality. And the more you act as if you're disengaged medically, because they'll think you're trying to diagnose the situation and they are turned off from it, or you be totally accurate because you got a diagnosis from a medical doctor and the doctor has said this is a narcissist. If you don't have that, then go legally to see what avenues you have. There are domestic violence centers that you can go through in your city. Write me and I will give you some information for your city, or the hotline, which is a global hotline, or for the United States, it is a domestic hotline that you can call. You don't have to stay in fear and you don't have to stay in terror. The terror works for the narcissist. It does not work for you. So let's do something about it. Let's get you where you're happy. Let's get you where you're lively. Let's get you back to your energy. And while you are there, do aromatherapy. You know, when he's there, go in the bathroom as long as you can and do aromatherapy. And if he beef against that, do reading. Read, get earphones as much as you can. Hear affirmations of strength. Affirmation of being a woman, affirmation of being powerful, affirmation of not quitting, affirmation of keep moving. You have to use, when he snatched the earphones out, by that time you got 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes. Just say it over and over and over and over in your mind, because a strong mind is a strong life. It's a strong body. You build your mind, you build everything else up. Because if you can't break my mind, you can never break me. Build yourself up. In this arena, information is powerful. Every time you get a chance, Dr. Carmen Bryan, listen to our videos. And there are other people out there that are really, really, really excellent. Listen to their videos and begin to strengthen yourself. I don't like calling out names, you know, because people think that I'm being partial and restrictive, but you can't listen to everybody. Some people are still healing while they're talking to you. And sometimes they're drowning themselves and giving you from a drowned state. You need a recovery state. You're already in it. When you're in the water drowning, don't pull me under with you. Come on. So get someone who's recovered. Get someone who's healing. They can give you the pathway to living life, wholeness, and happiness. So those of you who want to write me, please write me at destinyhelper12s at gmail.com. destinyhelper12s at gmail.com. I offer sessions to you. Write me. We can get these sessions together and start your journey of healing and victory. Those of you who want professional sessions and you are in the state of Washington, my daughter, Dr. Carmen Bryan, you can contact her, Dr. Carmen Bryan. All of her information, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, is on her YouTube page. And those of you who want sessions with her, feel free to contact her. We are utilizing every means necessary to get you healed and whole. We know, and that's why we're saying grow, grow, grow. Build yourself up. Take the time to invest in yourself, because when he comes home, when she's come home, you got a draining center. And when they are not there, build. When he's working or he's off in business, build. When you got a day off and he's working, build. When he goes out with his friend, or he has ghosted you or discarded you temporarily, and he's trying, build, 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 build. Build until you feel yourself come back. Get someone that you call on those times off, that you can talk to. And if you notice that you are being spied on, Go to the store, get milk. You probably need to get another phone. I will get another phone if you can, because you can get a secured phone where you have so many minutes. So when you tell your friends, I can only talk this because I can only pay this. And when you tell them, come to the store, I'm going to the store, put that phone away. That phone is always hidden. A P.O. box, get a P.O. box. Never let all your mail come to the house. A P.O. box. And some things that are very important, you trust your friend. If you don't trust anybody, a P.O. box. Meet your friend, talk to your friend, spend that time, come home with groceries. You got to put in yourself. There's always a way for you to live. There's always a way for you to grow. There's always a way for you to expand. Even when you love him more than life, you have to live breath. You have to do this, especially when you have children. You have to do this for you, and you have to do this for the children. Live life and live it big. I pray that these videos are really, really blessing you. And many of you are writing me saying it is. And I'm getting all of these letters. That's why we get the content, because you said, please talk about this. I hope this helped you. There's more to this video, and I'm just going to let this be part one. I will come back again. And those of you who said, I need more on the aging narcissist, we will do that. I didn't realize how prominent that was. But keep listening to the videos. Keep strengthening yourself. And once again, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and push that bell. Every time I come on, you will know. Write me, Destiny Hepper 12s at gmail.com. Destiny Hepper 12s at gmail.com. And I promise you, I will contact you back. I will respond to you. Those of you who want sessions with me, you can get sessions with me. It will happen. I want to thank you so much for being with me and spending this time with me on this video. Please leave your comment and let me know how this video helped. God bless.